Dark Knight's Death Metal. This is Dark Knight's Death Metal number 4. It is the event proper. We've had like a few tie-ins in between issues, but now we're back. And we're starting off with another Sergeant Rock rant. He's a disembodied zombie head just talking shit as the rest of the superheroes in the background are fighting for their goddamn lives. And he gets picked up. He basically narrates what's been going on. You know, he recaps this a little bit. He gets picked up by Ambush Bug, which was pretty cool, I guess. And, they run off to do things. Meanwhile, in the Crisis of Infinite Earths worlds where the Trinity split up into different crises to, I guess, stop the universes from these chaotic universes from feeding power to Perpetua, Batman wakes up in the Crisis of Infinite Earths where nothing is left. Because in each of these crises, they land in a crisis where they lost, essentially. And on Crisis in Infinite Earths case, that means all of existence was pretty much wiped out. And
by the
Mobius.
What's his name? Mobius.
Yeah. And Batman's sitting there with a kid Mobius, and he's like, "You lost, haha, this is a universe where you lost. We thought of this already, so fuck you." And meanwhile, in the final crisis, Superman is ganged up on by alternate Supermans as Darkseid, who was the villain of that event, is fully formed. He is now Apocalypse for real, and he has taken over this universe. So he's like, now it's time.
Yeah, his design was kind of interesting.
Well, in that story, he took over somebody else's body. So this isn't the Darkseid we know necessarily. It took over.
Oh yeah, he was that black guy, right?
No, it was a detective, a fat detective dude. Yeah,
and he has Green Lantern making a chair for him.
Yeah, he basically can control people now that he has the complete control over anti-life. It's weird.
Doesn't that go against what the Green Lantern ring is for, though? Like, if you don't have your own willpower, doesn't the
ring? No, his willpower is just that strong. He'd be one of the strongest Green Lanterns ever. He wouldn't even have to use any apocalypse energy or nothing. He is, man.
Yeah, anti-life.
That's willpower.
Anti-life is just a whole different thing that affects your core being as a person. Like, it can shift your will into something else, if anything. And I guess that's the argument there.
Yeah. So he could be the greatest Green Lantern ever by siphoning everybody through his own will. Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's a crazy thought.
Yeah. So Darkseid looks at Batman, at Superman, is like, now it's time for you to turn you to my final son. I'm going to make you a nemesis of an ally of mine by throwing you into this fire pit.
And, making you look like me.
I went through the petty effort of making it Superman shaped.
The petty effort.
So, take that.
The contractors that I got to do this were very weirded out.
This was an expensive project. Don't go to waste. Wonder Woman wakes up in the tuning fork.
Perpetua promised.
Wonder Woman wakes up in one of the antennae used in these crises to siphon off energy or whatever of the planet. She's sitting next to a dead alternate reality version of Lex Luthor, who was the villain of Infinite Crisis. And before her stands Superboy Prime, which everybody loves, I'm sure. He's floating there like, I'm here to make everything make everything as it was. Superheroes suck now, and I'm gonna change everything. The thing about Superboy Prime is that he's always been like an allegory to the fans, like whiny fans, essentially. That are like, you didn't always used to be like this,
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't like him for any reason, because he's outwardly making fun of, I guess, your customers in a way. But yeah,
he definitely knocked Wonder Woman out.
He is still
Kryptonian. That was pretty gangster.
So yeah, meanwhile,
he's beyond that. I think he's stronger than regular Superman. Because he's got the anti-monitor thing on his chest too. The same thing that he wears. I forget what that's called.
I don't know. I guess it's an armor.
He's a strong guy, man.
Yeah,
he's a really strong guy.
Meanwhile, the Flashes are still running because that's all they're doing. The 3 Flashes. Jay is again tired. Jay's like, I don't think I could. I don't know why I came.
He's an old ass man. Look at him. He looks like he's getting older the more he runs.
He is, bro. He's literally draining him away.
Yeah.
He's just doing it for the sport of it. And they really should be saving his Speed Force. Like, he needs to actually take a seat.
Yeah.
And not metaphorically, literally.
Yeah. So
that's just my opinion, though.
They're basically.
But also metaphorically and literally.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're basically running. They're like, we're running out of time. We gotta call Jaro and see what's going on with the with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. So they call them, and things are going very bad with Jaro, Harley Quinn, and Swamp Thing. They're being attacked by the Robin King. The King Edgelord himself is just like out here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I hate this kid. He drags out Jonah Hex, who just blew himself up in order to save everyone. He's still alive because he's a zombie. And he's like, I didn't leave him there because I wanted to kill him a more creative way. I have this knife. It's called I don't know what it's called, but it's a knife that was forged by Neron, who's essentially the DC Universe's Mephisto. If you stab anybody with this knife, you just go to the deepest level of hell, and you get tortured forever. And I'm like, God, why do you have everything?
Oh, it's like the Hellblade that Solemn has.
I guess. But worse, because
Kinda.
you end up...
But worse, to the deepest level, not just the Forge.
Yeah, where demons take forms of those who you sinned against and peel your flesh off your skin every single day.
Oh my God.
And Jonah Hex...
I must have missed... I skipped that part. Whoa.
Yeah, Harley Quinn is like, please don't do this. And then Hex is like, nah, I've earned it. Just go on ahead without me. And then Robin King just stabs his brain, and then he disintegrates into hell. And
to the deepest level of hell.
Yeah, right now, through this entire story, we have the knowledge that Jonah Hex is just getting his skin peeled off for eternity. So, thanks, DC.
Cool. I never cared for Jonah Hex anyway.
Yeah, good for him.
But why'd they have to do him like that, though?
I don't know.
Because it's edge as fuck, bro. I thought you should...
You want to know why?
You really acting brand new, bro.
You want to know why? That's why. Because...
all of that shit.
Because he said something nice to Harley Quinn? Like, I'm pretty sure that all this happened before after he said that nice shit to Harley Quinn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, now
he can't let them have any ounce of a W. That's what's going on. He's finding any opportunity. Like, he's even trying to give them small chances to think they're gonna have some type of W just so he could stomp it out.
Yeah,
this is the DC's way of showing what happens when you simp.
You go to the deepest level.
I suppose.
So Harley Quinn tries to beat the shit out of Robin King, but Robin King's like, I'm gonna talk more shit now, and he just pulls out a hammer. Is like, I know why you really use this, and Swamp Thing's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Why are we wasting our time with this boy? And he's like, I know why you really use it. So Swamp Thing just caves in. It's like, well, I can't waste time with this right now. Caves in Robin King, and they try to fuck off. Meanwhile, back at the Crisis event, on the Infinite Crisis world, Diana gives this whole ass speech about change is a part of life. It's the best part of life. Stop being a fucking nerd about the good old days, dude. You gotta be better than that. And Batman is just getting disintegrated in the Mobius in the Crisis on Infinite Earths universe, just bit by bit. And Mobius is just lounging yes.
Yeah, this is real easy. They sent the normal guy?
Yeah, just the dude. Superman is getting roasted alive, and he's getting transformed into one of Darkseid's minions.
Calls Darkseid by his name. This begs him for mercy.
Is that what his name is?
Please.
I thought his name was Dark. I guess that's what his real name is.
His other name.
I was wondering, who the fuck is Uxas? But I guess his name is Uxas. So yeah, Wonder Woman continues her speech, and then as she continues her speech, somehow she ends up right behind him. I thought she was trapped in there, and I guess she just walked out and just ends up right behind Superboy Prime. Superboy Prime, wasting no time, just punches the shit out of her. He's like, "How'd you get out?" And
he's just choking her up, like, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, you can't say he don't waste no time. You know, he can't be like a typical villain that's like, "What? How did you get out here?" and wait for an explanation. He just like, "Get out of here." They clash and stuff, and argue for a while as like things get worse for both Superman and Batman. And then at some point, like he's about to punch the shit out of her, and then next page it's all good. Like I guess Wonder Woman just convinces him. I had to read this over again because I'm like, wait, what?
To understand how it transitioned.
Yeah,
basically
he's got a punch loaded up, as she's like, Superman, all he is a shot in the dark, and he's got a punch loaded up. Next page, hey, we're on our way back out. Everything's cool.
So basically, she flipped Superboy, made him realize that he's actually a good guy, you know, through words, and I guess a little bit of action and stuff. And they saved Batman and Superman from the reality, so they never turned into Dark Superseed. I don't know.
Dark Superseed?
I can't. Superseed. That's funny. And Batman never got turned into Play-Doh, so they're good.
I mean, I guess.
They won.
Like, did you guys run out of pages?
They shattered those realities. It's all good.
Okay. The Superboy.
Yeah.
Just
no, they did a transition. This happened.
Oh, what page am I on? Oh, I'm missing pages on my version.
Are you sure? Look, it goes from here. She punch, and then blue page.
And then?
You know what happened. She convinced him otherwise, and they saved the day. Anyway,
that's still not good.
See that. It's definitely
that's still not good. That's one page.
Yeah, Chris, you can't see it.
What are you talking about?
I can't see it. I don't.
It'll happen. It's in the blue and it's in the imagery. Honestly, I just feel like you had to be of like perhaps a certain IQ, or you had to just be sharp enough to see these type of things. Unfortunately, it's not for everybody. It's like when you look at fine art,
Yeah.
See the meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll let it go, but I was like, what?
Blue page.
Thank you for that, Josh. I would have been completely lost without that one dialogue.
I'm gonna hang this up in my room, man. I'm gonna get a page of that.
Yeah. So anyway, everything's good. Superboy's a good boy now. We're all supposed to just be like, oh, okay, cool. You didn't just.
I mean, you should. Would you argue with him when he got back? I wouldn't.
I mean, I guess. I just think
that was legitimate. Yeah, the moment arrived, I was like, nah, he's just a good guy now, and I guess it's just like, man, he can be whatever he wants to be. There's nothing I can do about it.
I guess. So yeah, they make it out. They link up with the Flashes. Jay Garrick is back there like. He's not really tired, but I like to imagine that he's like, finally, we fucking stopped. So yeah, they're like, okay, cool, we did it, right? Everything's fixed, and then Batman, who laughs, is like, no, it's not. You actually gave me everything I needed. And I'm like, what are you talking? He basically used, he rigged the Mobius chair somehow to redirect the power to him. I guess it was like that 1 second he touched it way back when he was first chasing Wally. It was a real Eisen move.
I mean, I guess since he's Batman,
Yeah, I planned everything ahead of time, and then you guys gave me everything.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm about to remake the multiverse in my own image. Let me introduce you to the last 52.
Is this the actual? Are they finally giving us the transition from the New 52 to what we have right now? Years later?
Technically, no.
Is that what's happening?
No. That was Doomsday.
Are we rebooting
that was like
again?
Rebirth. No, they're not doing any rebirth. It's so weird how like they actually kind of a little bit plan to do like a time skip. But now they threw all that shit out the window with 5G. Like they were just like, nah, never mind. They fired Dan DiDio, who was like the editor-in-chief of DC at the time. Was like,
oh, he was the one that was setting up all of that, the like future superhero stuff.
Yeah, and
like with the
they're just repurposing it to like kind of a mini series type of deal, but it's not going to be what the future is for DC.
Major or nothing.
Yeah, nothing crazy. I mean, anyway, that was Dark Knight's Death Metal. I mean, I felt like I was missing some stuff. It felt like weirdly rushed, but I don't know. I guess I was wrong because there was one page that was missing from my Comixology downloaded book. I don't know. I'm losing, I guess, interest in this. I feel like they artificially like push things forward. It could be way shorter than it is. Like,
yeah,
like the whole thing with the Batman Who Laughs, like this was part of my plan the whole time, has already happened, and that's how we got like the Dr. Manhattan suit thing going on. How many times can things just go exactly according to his plan?
Because he's Batman and the Joker too,
and Dr. Manhattan now.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. Yeah. Damn. I mean, they should be losing.
I mean, I guess, but I don't know.
They
I
need
guess
to
I'm
be
just not
on
feeling
this,
it.
man.
You know what I mean?
They need them niggas to come and help them, bro.
I guess it all just comes down to that. It's just like I'm not feeling it anymore. Greg Capullo's art is great.
Bro, look who he is. That's it. Like, how do you win against that?
I don't know.
Is it even like a presence in like DC Comics? They have that. They have like the one above all in Marvel, right? They don't got.
If there was anybody who could be that presence, I guess it would have been the Anti-Monitor, but he's a little bitch now. He's a big fat loser now, so who knows? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe number 5 will be the thing that hooks me back. This is going to be like a 7-issue long event, so I don't know. Maybe this is just like a little bit of a slump, but that's how I'm feeling about it. How about you, Josh? You want to any closing thoughts before we move on?
Honestly, bro, I'm just taking it one issue at a time. It kind of killed my drive when you said that they started becoming uninterested in it, because I am too. It's a lot happening. Like whatever I say about My Hero Academia, it goes like times 10 for this. You know what I'm saying? Where they are just running through. But it makes sense to me because, you know, American comic sales are completely different from shonen comic sales. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel for them. I'm just trying to stay motivated and engaged.
I guess like technically this is a longer story than just Death Metal, because this went on through Justice League into this. I don't know. Maybe we are just like kind of like this is just a little bit of a slump in the story, but I don't know. Something about this issue was like, all right, it is what it is. But